Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
NFL para todos neste dia de ação de graças, com uma semana de Game Pass por apenas R$ 4,99. Junte-se a nós e assista a todas as partidas, em um dia inteiro de futebol americano, com muitos touchdowns e tradições icônicas. Celebre o dia de ação de graças por apenas R$ 4,99. Assine agora em @dazon.com/NFL.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and there's 2 different levels that you can, subscribe to, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
exclusive merch.
You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows. So if you are far away and you couldn't make our last live show, it will be on the website. We're going to record this future live show. It's going to be on Patreon, but also bonus episodes each month. You guys tell us all the time you want more episodes. This is a way for you to get more episodes. So you're going to get our basic Tuesday, Thursdays that we always put out, right? But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
I can't wait to talk about in detail some more stories because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
They just unsubscribed. This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. So if that is breaking some of your hearts, just go ahead and subscribe now. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/bloodyhappyhour.
Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
Bloody Happy Hour here.
Quickie.
We got a guest for our quickie, but she's really a guest for our Thursday episode. Want to say hi?
Hi.
This
what do I do?
The whole thing? No, this is Lauren. So she is going to be our semi-expert for the Menendez brothers.
For the Menendez brothers.
Semi. So April's the expert.
Which
You're the
means I'm
semi-expert.
obsessed. I'm obsessed.
And I'm not the expert because I chose to just not watch the whole thing.
Oh, did you choose to not?
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with procrastination at all.
Not at all.
Or loss of interest after 7 seconds.
No. I'm very focused. And then we'll do our pop quiz and stuff with her on Thursday, so.
Yes. What's our quickie? What are we doing?
Okay. Everybody knows about Laken Riley.
Yes. The jogger.
Yes. So her trial was this week, but it was not a regular jury trial. It was a bench trial. So the judge is the one who did the final decision. And that they figured out to do that based on his attorneys. I don't know. I feel like it's always harder with the judge, but like, whatever. I don't really care because he's guilty anyways. So she was jogging through the woods in University of Georgia, and he targeted her, and he got he brutally murdered her, and he got charged with like 10 different counts of different things. And I'm going to tell you all the different things that he got charged with. He was eventually, it was a 4-day trial, and basically, the judge decides the outcome because there's no jury. So this Jose Ibarra, that's the guy's name, he's an undocumented immigrant, and he's from Venezuela, and this is one of the cases that became like a national case. It was very politicized. Mm-hmm. Everybody's heard about it, and so this is what he was charged for, and this is what the prosecutor was saying. So her name is Sheila Ross, and charge number 1 is malice murder. So it says Sheila Ross outlined his clear intention to kill Lakin, citing evidence and testimony from the medical examiner. He put holes in her head with a rock. He did it more than once, and there could be no other reason for that except to silence her forever. She was deprived of oxygen long enough to cause so then like whatever he did to her would kill her. So he just beat her head in and then like suffocated her. The medical examiner ruled her death to be homicide caused by combined effects of blunt force trauma to the head and asphyxia.
And dang, both, because they couldn't really tell which one killed her, I guess.
Yeah, it was just brutal. He's also charged 3 counts of felony murder. So felony murder is a murder that takes place during the commission of another felony. So in this case, the prosecutor said that he committed several other felonies during his encounter with her. So kidnapping with bodily injury is another one. He confronted her while she was jogging on campus. He took her 64 feet and 11 inches off the trail with the purpose of victimizing her. And that's when he fractured her skull and beat her.
Did he talk at all?
No.
And so nobody knows the reason. He just did it.
Does he speak English?
No, he had to wear headphones because
there's translators. Yeah. But that's kind of cool though. These ladies wear it in our church because they speak Spanish, and so it just translates for them. Mm-hmm. Technology.
Aggravated assault with the attempt to rape. So when her body was found, her breasts were exposed. All 3 layers of her top clothing were pulled up. Her leggings were pulled down. Her underwear was torn and pulled outside of her tights.
Was she raped?
He's charged with assault and attempt to rape.
Oh, attempt to rape.
So I don't know.
Maybe they just couldn't prove one way or the other.
Yeah. The prosecutor said the only thing that makes sense about why these two individuals who don't know each other, never met each other, had this encounter on this trial at this moment while Lakin is out for her morning job is because he wanted to sexually assault her. So I think he wanted to, but maybe she was fighting back so hard that he just couldn't.
Killed her
instead. So he killed her instead.
And couldn't do it afterwards.
So how many felonies is that? What are can you...
Well, he got 10. Yeah.
10?
Damn.
He got 10. He was charged with 10 different counts of all these things. Aggravated burglary was another one. Because I don't know. Well, if he tried to steal something from... Well, he did steal her jacket and stuff, but obstructing a person making an emergency call was another one. So records show that she did call 911, but the call was disconnected. The 911 tried to call her back twice, but she did not answer. And then the prosecutor said it's no coincidence that his thumbprint is on her phone where you would go to hang up an iPhone. And it was also separate from her body. So therefore, prosecutor said that the evidence proves that he was the one who disconnected the 911 call. Another one is tampering with evidence. So there's video footage from a neighbor's doorbell camera showing him tossing key pieces of evidence near his apartment the morning that she was killed. He was throwing away a bloody jacket that she had, her bloody jacket, and he was throwing away bloody gloves. And there's body cam from a police officer going to look in a dumpster, and he notices the jacket, and then immediately he notices that there's hair wrapped around one of the buttons.
Oh, that mommy.
Yeah, and he said, oh shit, there's hair on the buttons, women's long hairs wrapped around the buttons, and the crime lab testified that it was her, and it was, DNA expert did there's like a blood stain on it and on the jacket, and it also matched to DNA of Lakin and the killer. Yeah. Peeping Tom charge. So he was apparently
in the bushes.
Yeah.
Waiting.
And then sentencing, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He's also sentenced to second life sentence and 27 years in prison to be served consecutively.
Okay, so is this somewhere that is this a state that does not have the death penalty?
Where was this again? What was the state?
It's in Georgia. I think they do. We don't know why they did not go for the death penalty, but now, like a couple days ago, Trump said any illegal person who is here who commits a murder of an American will be charged with the death penalty. So I don't know how that works in states that don't have the death penalty.
Does Georgia still have the death penalty?
Yeah, look it up. While you look that up, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on with JonBenet Ramsey.
Yeah, it is.
Death penalties in Georgia. So I don't know why they didn't. I don't know.
I mean, that's like the gruesome of all gruesome. Like that's horrific.
I mean, you waited. You were opportunist, but you sat out there and you waited for anybody to show up.
Right.
So that would be the premeditation part.
I feel like he hit all the things. Like, death penalty it is.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully, like, they'll know about it in prison and they'll, like, do really bad things to his butthole or something. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I mean, he deserves it.
I'm just saying.
JonBenet Ramsey. Okay, so Dad he was on the Today Show, apparently, because according to Lauren, you were saying that there was this new Netflix show that was coming out about JonBenet Ramsey.
On the 25th.
And then I went and looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should have known. Netflix Queen. It is coming out. So John Ramsey is still hopeful because we think the police screwed it up.
It's something sketchy because of this reason right here.
Yeah.
Why is he having to beg you guys to do your job? And he says that.
So he's hopeful that there's going to be significant changes in this police department and that they'll catch it's been 28 years, even though, okay, do we need to tell her our theory about who's JonBenet Ramsey?
I mean, I would love to know because I watched this as a kid. And granted, I'm 40, so like that was a long time ago, right? We're 28 years ago.
I don't know about the story. We've never covered the story. I have been to her house, but I've never covered the story.
She went to her house like 2 weeks ago or a month ago. And she did not climb through the bushes, but she basically was a picture of Ivy and a roof because it was full of like.
They
everything.
let all the trees and stuff grow up over around the house because people stop there all the time and take pictures of it. And I was one.
But our theory is that JonBenet is really Katy Perry.
Okay.
That's a whole conspiracy. They look
I'm
just
sticking
alike.
to it.
I would need a little more conversation to get behind that, but I'm
maybe
very
after we watch this Netflix show, we'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
So as he's on the Today Show, Daddy John, he is just like all the police failures over and over, and he's pointing out how there's poor leadership, they lack experience, they turn down outside help, which every time you turn down that FBI help, is that what they did?
Yeah, you have to invite them. The locals have to invite them to come in.
I know, and I don't know why they did it. So, like, there's a new sheriff in town, but it's really just a new police chief with Boulder, Colorado, and his name is Stephen Redfern.
Make a name for yourself.
From an outside department, and Daddy
Redfern, I bet he's an Indian. That's all Indian territory.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Chippewa, Cherokee, Choctaw. All of them. Oh my gosh, I love.
Want to turn your passion into profit? With Blogify, creating a blog has never been easier. Build, customize, and grow your site with powerful tools designed for beginners and pros alike. Start sharing your story today and watch your audience grow with Blogify. Download Blogify now in the App Store.
So he's hopeful that these new set of eyes will, because they have to have DNA.
They do. That the dad is saying there's
Hello?
DNA right here. Why haven't you tested? Why won't you test
new
it?
Technology. He has a lot of hope, and he just is keep trying. He's just because Do you know about her mom? John Bonet's mom.
No, so
Died
this was so long ago
so
for me.
John Bonet's mom, right? Or which was it?
Natalie Holloway's dad.
Married Natalie Holloway's dad.
No, they dated. Allegedly dated for a while.
But she died from cancer?
In 2006-ish or 8-ish.
Listen, sins of the father passed down generation to
So she
generation.
died not knowing what happened. And he's like, I'm in my 70s. I want to know what happened to my daughter before I
Right.
die.
I mean, could you imagine that not having that piece of just, I just want to know. So it's been so long for me, and I know, or whatever, but did they found her body? Was her body, like,
Yeah, so
recap
it was
a little bit?
it was down in the basement.
Okay, so it was there when
She
Yeah.
was
they
strangled
came.
with something.
And they
Okay.
were all home.
So there is
Right?
DNA
Yeah.
then.
On the thing that she...
And there's a letter, like a ransom note.
Yeah.
So it's like a ransom note.
I can't wait to watch this documentary. It's
Yeah.
been so long
Yeah.
for me, but I remember this being such a huge controversy. Like, people
Yeah.
are like, come on,
Well,
it's right
because
in front
also
of
they
you.
were like everybody, like they were letting all the like police, like all the people were coming in and out of the house. They weren't like wearing like proper gloves and stuff like that. So they were like tracking stuff in and out, and they were losing
Wow.
evidence and all kinds of stuff. It's the whole thing. So obviously he's going on the Today Show and to push the series because the series is coming out November 25th, which is Monday. So I feel like that's a great Thanksgiving Day watch.
Well, and also people put it on him and the brother, like would go back and
Yes.
forth that he was guilty and the brother, so would be the son.
Yeah, John Andrew Ramsey is the brother,
Okay.
and they're both featured in the series and interviewed and stuff.
Wow. I cannot wait
I gotta
to
watch the body
this one.
language.
Yeah. Okay, Leilani Simon, she was sentenced. She's the one who Quentin Simon was her little boy. They were from Chatham County. This was October 2022, where his remains were discovered in a landfill more than a month later. And this was like the 3-year-old?
Yes, little Quentin.
Terrible.
Was
3-year-old.
this Georgia? I feel like
3-year-old Quentin Simon. He was murdered by his mom. She left his body in a dumpster.
No.
She was finally convicted October 22. Oh.
Yeah. Georgia.
20-month-old.
Oh, 20-month-old.
How many?
That is not
That's-
even 2 years
That's
old.
not even 2, and I just did math.
Oh.
The judge sentenced her to life in prison plus 10 years with the possibility for parole for the mom.
What happened to the death penalty? I'm sorry, but like,
she has with possibility, right?
on.
Life in prison
With.
plus 10 years with the possibility for
How
parole.
is
I
that
don't
a
understand what that
thing?
means. But while I'm thinking about it, Susan Smith, hello. I forgot to put that in there. Susan Smith was up for parole,
Yes.
but just staying in.
Yes.
Staying in. She is not getting out. Did you see?
As
We
she
watched
should.
the hearing, but she crying and crying.
And it was
Oh
just
my
as fake
God.
as it was in 1994 or
Yeah.
whenever that happened.
Ma'am, did you
Oh, it
want
was
to talk
just as
about how
fake.
many of the guards that you banged while you were in the prison? Susan?
I mean, what would you do?
Not that.
Oh, right.
Ever. But I'm just...
It was the process. There was like one old couple that tried to testify on
they were
behalf
like
of her.
pastors, and they were so they have a parole hearing, and it was on live or whatever.
Yes.
So then you have her attorney vouching for her, and then you have her speaking, and then you have people speaking on her behalf, and on her behalf it was this old couple who were like pastors at a church or something.
Okay, but what was their defense? Like, what
They're
was
like,
their,
oh,
like,
she's
changed?
changed,
Yeah.
and she's found God.
They've ministered to her all these
And-
years.
And, you
And
know,
I
she's
can- I
made
can get
some.
behind that.
She's made some infractions, but she's not going to be a threat to society. And we're like, she literally made these infractions like a year ago, and like before that, and before that, and before that. Like, man, I'm going to need you to. She got like all of her stuff taken away because she kept banging the guards, and then she tried to kill herself like all these times.
Really?
gets horny.
She keeps
Yeah,
trying to
I
kill
kind of
herself?
wish she would have succeeded. Okay, let's go to the what?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, and just on then the husband, the ex-husband, and so the boy's dad.
Yeah.
they came and he remarried, so his wife, and then he had a daughter with this new wife. But then the prosecutor and I think the detective on the case, and one of them got up and they were like, you know what? We need to, she didn't get death, but if the daddy would have killed the boys, he would have got death or life. Or if the black man she blamed it on with the toboggan would have done it,
you know the story?
he would have got
drove him
death.
into the lake?
Don't let her out. Like, and it was all true. They all spoke so well.
Yep.
But when that sister got up there, she just had me bawling.
Oh, I know. Well, I tried to cry, but they weren't coming out. I was really trying.
She had me bawling.
I was like, this is so sad, but I'm cleaning my house at the same time. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's take a trip. Let's take a local trip here.
Yes.
And this is the kind of a great story because it is about a dog that basically solved his owner's murder.
No way. Prove it.
Yes, my friend was on this case. I don't know what I'm thinking.
You might be. Okay, so
Did I see this?
On April 5th, 2023, police found a burned body in a brush fire in Robinson, Texas.
Dun, dun, dun. That's totally my hometown. And why do I not know this?
You might know it. You might know it. You might know it. Okay, a white dog named Titan. Do you know Titan?
I mean, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a golden doodle.
It's a white dog. I don't know. It could be. Actually,
Like
it
I saw
was.
something.
Because I did see a picture of it.
Yeah.
How is this not on the neighborhood watch?
I don't know. A white dog named Titan was barking frantically at the police, and he refused to leave the area, of where this happened. So Titan helped identify Mandy Rose Reynolds when Robinson police discovered the 26-year-old woman's body burned beyond recognition. So they couldn't...
Wow.
She was not recognized, but the dog was there, and then they eventually go, and the dog refused to leave the area and did not allow the officers to capture it. And the next morning, Titan was still sitting at the same spot. What a loyal... I just love a dog.
I mean, I feel like my dog would do that for me. I'm
think
not
so,
sure.
too.
But yeah,
I think Parker would, but Jax would probably be like, bye, bitch, I'm going to get me some scraps. Give me some PB&J.
He was that dog that stole somebody's neighbor.
If she had a cat, the cat would have been eating on her body.
Oh, for sure.
Dogs won't, a cat will.
We're almost done.
Okay.
So Titan, so he was there where the burning body was, and he was microchipped, and so that's how they ended up, they brought him to the animal control, and that's how they found out that Titan belonged to Reynolds. What was her name?
Mandy.
But also they found, they learned her identity, and they found out that she lived in San Marcos, and they went to her home. They found out everything was gone. Like, all of her possessions were gone. Her car was gone.
Wow.
They were missing. Police ran the license plate of the vehicle, and they found that the car was in Wichita, Kansas. So the Wichita police were on the lookout, and they spotted a vehicle. They attempted to pull it over, led to a damn chase.
Yes.
So we're going for a chase, a 30-minute chase. They get to where it's over 100 miles an hour, and they finally end up pulling the Honda, the car crashed into another car. So he all running. He gone.
Is this the same crash that killed somebody that was due to a police chase?
I don't know.
In this recent week? Or are we talking about in the last?
This is a year ago.
Okay. Sorry.
So this is he's like, now I'm running, I'm gone. He goes straight to the grocery store, and he hides in the canned goods section. He's
gonna blend in with the Johnny Green Giant.
So the driver was quickly found. He was identified as Derek. I call him Dangle Nut because I do not know how to DAIG.
Dogger Nut, I remember that last name.
Dangle Nut. Derek Dangle Nut. Who was
Reynolds?
Who was her cousin.
Oh, I thought it was the boyfriend.
Cousin.
No?
found a .380 handgun. I don't know how to say that. Is that whatever?
A 380.
Whatever. They found this handgun in the driver's seat of the Honda, of the stolen Honda, and then based on the physical evidence at the scene where her body was found, Robinson police determined that she was burned inside a large plastic storage container.
Oh.
Police also discovered the shell casing of that same .380 whatever gun was also in that container, that burned container. Then you have San Marcos police, who they got surveillance video because guess what you do when you're going to kill somebody? You go to Walmart or Home Depot. But he went to Walmart and he had to get large plastic storage container and he had to get a shovel and he had to get a gas can because that's what you do when you know you're going to be on video. So they got video of Dangle Nut leaving the store in Reynolds' car, and Titan was seen in the footage of, like, I guess he had, what? Titan was seen in the footage sticking his head out of the car window. San Marcos police found Reynolds' belongings in an abandoned truck several miles from her home. The medical examiner determined that Reynolds died from a gunshot wound to the head and confirmed the bullet found in Reynolds' body and the shell casing discovered by the Robinson police were both fired by the handgun that the Wichita police seized.
Wow.
Dangle Nut was sentenced on November 7th after a jury convicted him of her murder.
And it was a cousin?
A cousin! And tell me why.
What'd she do to you, cousin?
I
Not
don't
screw
know.
you?
That is a lot. And how do I not know this?
I don't know. I think because she lived in San Marcos, and then I don't know why
She
she was
wasn't
in
a local,
Robinson.
I guess. Yeah, wow.
And she was only 26, and he was 29, and I don't know why the cousin. They didn't tell me any of the details, but I just wanted to tell y'all.
I know that y'all don't understand how Robinson works, but
I understand.
your secrets are my secrets are her secrets, and then if you ain't got secrets, they're gonna make secrets up. So how did I not know this?
I don't know. I'm kind of upset.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wow.
Quickie.
Wow. Look at that dog.
Yep.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Done? We'll see y'all Thursday for a full episode. We're going to California. Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Elevate your experience with Grenco Science, the leaders in cutting-edge vaporizers. Whether you're at home or on the go, our sleek, powerful devices deliver smooth, consistent hits every time. Quality you can trust, innovation you can feel. Grenco Science, take your vapor game to the next level. Visit us at grencoscience.com.